Hello friends and welcome to another Powered Arena Cube draft. We're going to be jumping right in, but if you're new here, my name is Cody Lee. I upload a new draft video every single day and I love talking about Magic. I'm learning how to do content, I'm learning how to do all of these things. If that's something that interests you, if you want to follow along, come join me. Love to have you on this journey. But let's take a look at this first pack. Ouroboros is immediately my first click. I love Ouroboros. I love how it goes out of power. It goes completely out of control. I do think Luris is probably the pick here. Going into like the red-white aggro deck, Showdown of the Scalds is just straight up probably the strongest card. If you don't know, go to 17lands.com, I think it is. Might be a .org, I have no idea. But you Google 17 lands, they give you like stats. Heard this from Newmont actually. So shout out to Newmont or whoever the heck he heard it from, you know, down the chain. But it'll give you stats on card drafts, and Showdown of the Scalds is very high because red-white is very strong. Ouroboros, dang. I do just prefer being in green. Let's draft the Ouroboros and see what happens. Luris is just so strong, though. If we start with a Luris, too... No, we're Ouroboroding. Ouroboroding. And we're going to follow it up with a Birds of Paradise. Love that for us. There is an Animate Dead. Definitely worth paying attention to. Couple of Talismans. Beyond the Animate Dead, there's really nothing here. So the person we're passing to is most likely going to be in the black. We don't want to be in black. This is something that I haven't been doing in my drafts, and I need to be a little bit better at. Analyzing what's in the pack and what we're passing. So if we're taking this, we haven't passed any green. We're passing a little bit of white, but we're passing mainly blue, black, and then some lands and iffy cards. So I expect the person on my left, I always assume it's left, right, left, by the way, when you're drafting, but I assume the person on my left is going to be in black. So we're going to take birds. There hasn't been a ton of green in any of these packs, so that's at least good. Here, I'm seeing an Esper Sentinel kind of late and a Mother of Runes kind of late. There's also a Rex Sage and a Pick Your Poison. I think I would rather just stay on with my first two picks. It's worth noting, sacrifice is an artifact, enchantment, but this is sacrifices and of their choice. I don't like my opponents getting choices. This is just removal, and it works with Ouroboros. Mother of Runes is very good if we wanted to be in the green-white deck. Don't necessarily want to be in the green-white deck. Proph's Eidetic Memory is also very good, and it's almost worth picking up here, purely because it does the buff thing. We're already going to have creatures to buff when we play it. Let's actually grab that. Let's speculate on the profs because that's going to be pretty good for us. And after that, we're going to follow it up with a Ice Till. Recurring Nightmare is pretty insane, but Ice Till keeps us on green. We've been passing a lot of Reanimator stuff. It's worth noting. So someone to our left is going to have a great Reanimator deck. But we're going to take the Ice Till here. And we're going to be happy with our pickup. Scalding Tarn. There is a Gut. So maybe we're in blue or green-red. There is a Gitaxian Probe. There's also a Scalding Tarn. Scalding Tarn is just a great card. Usually if we're going to be in this, we might be in Rug. So helps us later. Gut is very strong. As is Force of Will, honestly. But I think I would rather have the land than the force right now. Craterhoof. There is a Sentinel of the Nameless City, but Craterhoof is kind of exactly what we want here. We haven't seen any more little guys, but we have seen a couple of the payoff cards. Craterhoof is definitely a payoff card, worth noting. Here, Duelist of the Mind. Detective Phoenix, Retrofitter, Restless, Field of the Dead. There is a Bitter Triumph, and Bitter Triumph is very clearly the strongest card in this pack. There is a Narset. Neg 2, 4 cards, non-creature, non-land. We're playing a bunch of creatures. I'd rather take the Bitter Triumph on a spec. There is a 2-mana
equal to the number of cards you've drawn whenever you commit a crime. Targeting opponents, anything they control, and or cards in their graveyards. We're not committing a bunch of crimes with what we've currently got. So let's take this Bitter Triumph and we'll see what happens. Sylvan Caryatid, there's a Llanowar Elves. We're going to take the Llanowar Elves. Nissa, Who Shakes the World, Scythe Cat Cub, Sylvan Caryatid, Necromancy. Again, we passed literally every single spell that could bring a creature back that exists, but we're going to take the Llanowar Elves. Having 2 elves in pack 1 is pretty cool. I like that. We have 2 strong cards in black and blue. The Bitter Triumph, I don't think we're probably going to end up playing. Mainly because we passed so much black. That's my main hang up here. With as much black as we've passed, the chances of us getting some back. What in the world? Flash, creatures lose all abilities. The beginning of the end step, sacrifice this enchantment. Fabled Passage. We're going to take Fabled Passage just for some mana fixing. The fact that both of these came back is kind of insane. We're way too deep in the literal 3 other colors to worry about that, though. It makes me think not a lot of white powerful cards were drafted. Or maybe the people drafting white don't know what they're doing. Or maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Like, this is where I'm like, do I understand how this works? I will take Endurance. Don't know that I'm going to play it. Abhorrent Oculus is interesting. Exile 6 cards from your graveyard at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep. Manifest Dread. But, I mean, Endurance is a 3 mana 3/4. And it gets rid of a graveyard. Puts all cards from their graveyard on the bottom of our library in a random order. So I'm here for that. Green-black, there's Regrowth. Literally all 3 green cards and Mother of Runes came back around. What are people playing? Woe Strider. We're going to take a Grave Titan and put it in the sideboard. We might play it. I mean, okay, we'll put it in the deck. Maybe we're green-black, Grave Titan, Craterhoof, ramp. 2/2/2/2/2. That is 12 cards. Souls of the Lost. I mean, Intrepid Adversary. We'll take Hushwood Verge, just because lands are lands. Bolas's Citadel. I'm here for a Bolas's Citadel and a Field of the Dead. Show and Tell. Any power? No power. Liliana of the Veil, though. And there's also a Flash. So Flash, you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. If you do, sacrifice it unless you pay its mana cost reduced by 2. So being able to like play an early Grave Titan or something like that is interesting. Liliana of the Veil is just very strong, though. There's also a Pyroglyph. And Pyroglyph is one of those cards that's extremely strong. And I do think we're going to probably be maybe green-red based on these cards. But let's take the Pyroglyph. Just by far the strongest card. Again, look at 17 lands data. Pretty insane. We are sitting here with 3 cards that are not in our color. So there's that. But there's a Breeding Pool, which I would like to pick up. There's also Torsten. And it's worth noting, Torsten, 7 mana, 7/7. When it enters, reveal the top 7. Any number of creature lands into your hand, rest on the bottom. When it dies, create 7/7 or 7/1/1s. Like, that's interesting. We're not in white, though. We need to be picking up some lands in order to do a thing like that. Talisman of Impulse is something that would be interesting, but I'd rather pick up lands and Fanatic of Ronas. Pick up lands that we can use and then have creatures for Craterhoof and Ouroboros. Craterhoof and Ouroboros want us to have a bunch of creatures in our deck. That's why I'm looking for, birds, Llanowar Elves, Fanatic, and I'm taking them highly. Mainly, we want to hit on turn 1 and turn 2 one of these, and then on turn 3 hit Ouroboros. I still be able to get some advantage. Right now, like I said, we can kind of pivot into any of the colors. Blue's pretty easy for us, so Prof's Attic Memory is probably in there. I mean, we might be all three of them in all honesty. Channel, I don't really want. Thoughtseize is interesting to me though. The Endstone is also interesting to me, but Temple Garden is also interesting. We do have the Hushwood Verge, but Grief is better. So I'm going to take Grief. Explorer. There's a Coalition Relic that I want to take. There's also an Archon of Cruelty. Which, to be fair, Coalition Relic kind of fixes our mana for everything, so we're going to take it. So we are playing all of these cards. We're probably not playing Bolus's Citadel, even though I would love to play Bolus's Citadel. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to its mana value. So it's like a, you know, you're paying life for everything. Now, Virtue of Persistence, I think we're going to take. Yeah, Virtue of Persistence. Bloodstained Mire, Eternal Witness. There is an Overlord. Let's take the Overlord. And now I'm starting to think we're cutting Pyroglyph, because there's no reason to have a random red card in our deck if this is what we're playing with. Blue-black lets us do all of our off-color things, but there is an Oko, and Oko is just good. But blue-black... What are we looking at playables-wise? 11-4. Rex Sage Endurance. We're not going to have a bunch of whatever. Yeah, let's take
Who's
Oko.
more foolish, the fool or the fool who
Underground Mortuary, 100%. Restless Cottage is very interesting, I will say. It's not fetchable. That's my only, like, thing. This becomes a 4/4 black and green horror until end of turn. It's still... Actually, let's take it. Talisman of Impulse. There is a Nissa Ascended Animist, which, if we can ramp into that, that's good. Botanical Sanctum is good. Unearth is interesting, but we don't have a bunch of stuff down there, so let's take the Botanical Sanctum. Endurance, Temple Garden, the Endstone. We're going to put Temple Garden into the sideboard. We got a couple of white lands if we wanted to play something white. I think I want to get... Ooh, Nadu came back around. I will take Nadu. Ooh, I'm sorry if you can hear that. My stomach is not happy. Exploration is interesting. Ooh. Vaultborn Tyrant is almost exactly what we want. I'm not happy that we didn't open power. It's like a majority of my drafts I've not had power, it's worth noting. But Vaultborn Tyrant's really good. So I'm glad to have it. And now I just want to pick up 3 more 1-drops that produce mana. None of these are 1-drops that produce mana. There is a Comet, which is red-white, the 2 colors that I'm not in, and I really want it. There is a black-white fetch land, which doesn't fetch anything for us currently. There's a Sleight of Hand, which can go in the deck, but we're really not like trying to, you know, just fill out numbers here. There's a Jace Vryn's Prodigy, which I think is what we're going to go with. There's a Misty Rainforest. There's also an Upheaval. And honestly, Upheaval might be it for us. So let's take Upheaval. After the Upheaval, I am looking at Crabomination, because Crabomination is very strong. So now we're looking at fully playable. I want to cut probably this Nissa. This Virtue of Persistence is over here. Ooh. Yeah, the Nissa Resurgent Animus. I will take a Nissa. I think like Grave Titan's out of here. Ooh, Questing Beast. There's also a Courser. We're going to take Courser. Questing Beast is really good. 4 mana 4/4. But Courser gives us a way to get some more advantage. Yeah, let's Courser. Once upon a time we'll play. Ancient Tomb is interesting, but 6 won't reach. Whenever 6 attacks, mill 3 cards, you may put a land card from among them into your hand. But once upon a time just fixing us up is going to be good. Jace can be cut. Trop Island I love. Give me that. Nine and 5, and I've only got 2 guys. Restless Vinestalk. Another dual land. We got good blue-green. We do not have much black. That's my main worry right now, is we do not have much black. Sleight of hand. Make 1 cut. What are we cutting? Probably Endurance. Sirac? Yeah, let's take the Mosswood Dreadnought. Keen-eyed Curator can go to the sideboard. We need to make another cut. Ugh. It might be Grief. Like, I don't want to cut Grief, but I think, like, Grief is good on turn 4 or 3, and we're not currently looking to be a turn 4 or 3 Grief deck. But I do think we're looking for a strong deck here. So let's jump into it. Running Bug back. And this Bug looks interesting. I've done Bug Draft a few different times. I don't think I want to say my best record with it was like 5-3. So it's not been insane, you know? But it's been passable, doable. A 5-3 like run is a great run in my opinion. Here, we're going to keep. Island, Skullglen. Nice. I will say having 3 swamps in hand is crazy work. Ooh. Okay. No lands? Interesting. Okay. We're just gonna play 3-3. Oh. You always hope, you know? Oh, I don't like that. Take 3. Now you've got a Nissa Resurgent Animist. It's a copy. It's a good card. Getting all of the cards. Which I will be drowned in card advantage eventually. Six cards in hand still. Jeez. I didn't get anything like natural order, sadly. No counter spell. Do I want to just play this? I think I do. So we're just going to do this, and then we're just going to play this. And we're going to return... probably an Oko or a Rex Sage. Let's return a Rex Sage. No attacks. Alright, I have a 5/5 out. What you gonna do about it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You need red mana. Nice.
This should be fun.
Okay.
Genius is as genius does.
Okay. Scion. Okay. Nice, nice.
Some solutions must be built.
Interesting. A currency converter. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna play this. It's gonna hit that. Yes, I'm gonna take that action. Yes. Nadu or an Oko. I'm gonna take an Oko. Yeah. Target artifact or creature an opponent controls with power up. Oh, actually? They had a spell pierce. That's kind of insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will have 7 next turn to play Voltborn Tyrant. Hopefully that's enough. I have a feeling it might not be.
Allow me to introduce you to a friend of mine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jeez. Okay, calm down. Considering I don't have any way to interact, I think they probably have this. Unless I've got a pretty insane series of draws and they run out of counterspells. They've got Fractured, whatever. They probably got a whole bunch of stuff. But if I can get into a situation where I can Crater Hoof, I'll be in a great spot. The thing is, they're going to draw through their whole deck, and I don't think that there's
Like
anything that I
keeping
can do.
fast.
Yeah. You got me here, friendo. That's a pretty, pretty sick deck with they've got going on when they can get fully set up and get their engines online. Ooh. We'll cross our fingers that we're able to get our engines online this time. I'm not completely confident, but I have to imagine, like, we'll keep this. This is risky to keep, but we'll see what happens. Enters tapped. Sure.
Walk with me, sing.
I'm just gonna create food tokens
I
for
will
forever.
enlighten you.
It's a pretty sick Seachrome Coast, though. I'm not the biggest fan of this Final Fantasy land. Every time I look at the, like, EOE lands, Edge of Eternity's lands, I think the stars are moving or something like that. It'd be a sweet animation effect. At least they match their lands. I'm here for that. You gotta respect that hustle, you know? Demonic Tutor. Ooh, Ancestral Recall themselves, so that they have to discard end of turn. They spent 2 cards to, like, refill up their hand, and they cycled through some cards, so I guess I'm here for it, but they wasted some powerful stuff.
I invite you to change your ways.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna get in there with a 3/3. Play a Nadu. Make them do something about it. Now, mind you, if they, like, wipe here, that's kind of annoying. We do just have an Oko that's slowly growing. We might be able to play a Nissa Ascended Animus next turn if we draw an untapped land. Ooh, okay. We got a free land from it. I'll take it. Ooh. So my question...
I will reach out to the Sentinel. Phyrexia must be known.
And we're just gonna do this. We're doing this, friend. Mind Twist gone. I'm glad I'm not getting Mind Twist. I'm gonna make this thing into a thing.
Gaze into my face and put on your true shape.
We're gonna attack. What you got for me? We're gonna play a Courser. You want a counterspell for that? Remand. That works.
Welcome, my
I'm gonna play a Lanoir though. We're pretty far ahead. I'm sure there's a series of plays that could get him out of this. I'm trying to think of what they are. It definitely probably starts with removing both of these. I'm trying to think of any cards that would be... I'm going to kill one of my tokens, put target non-land permanent onto its owner's library third from the top, hitting this. Okay, fair. Tap land. So we're going to play a Courser. Or Boroids on top. And hit that thing. We are going to... 5... Oh, we just have lethal. What am I doing? I'm sorry. I was slow playing. Sometimes you should just count up the math and be like, oh, there it is. Almost feel bad about that one. 1-1. Quick Q. Bodes well for us. Alright, we're going to keep this. I'm going to start with that. Currency converter off of a plains. That's a sorcery. Well, we're gonna play a Talisman of Curiosity here. Which is going to allow us to Oko next turn and create a food token. Which we're gonna do.
Every tale about me is absolute nonsense. Absolutely true.
Put a card exiled with this artifact into your graveyard. If it's a land card, create a treasure token. Ooh, time walk. And a Jace. They can't flip the Jace, so I'm gonna be able to kill it. Unless they can do something to get 5 cards into the graveyard without spending 2 of their mana. Probably can. Frantic Search actually gets them there. That doesn't get them there. So we are going to play this. We're gonna hit the Jace. We're gonna neg 5 Oko to do this. Okay. Path of Exile, your own Jace. Go get a land.
Fairness. What a bizarre expectation.
And we're gonna kill your currency converter. Now go ahead. We still have an Oko. Thief of Crowns. Got a Krakus.
Surely you see the humor here.
Take 5. I should have done that first. I'm gonna hang on to it. Oh, okay. You can return it, I got a land. You are going to be able to kill Oko though, and that's a little bit annoying.
Wallow in your
Oh.
piss. Who's more foolish? The fool or the fool who rules them?
We'll play this middle card. I'll play Nadu. I'm gonna attack your Oko. You gonna block? Dang. Then again, if he hits this, tries to exchange, you've got options, and there are things going on. And then he's going to exchange for ice still, I'm assuming.
I found something for you to
Fair.
do, John.
The thing is, I can Nadu and then profs to proc him. They're just playing straight blue-white control. Blue-white Cheons, man. I'm here for it. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. Abomination. I'm gonna play this land. When it enters, gain a life. And then Scalding Tarn on top. Cool. And I've got 2 cards in hand that they know about. We're both playing Magic the Gathering, dude. Chrome Host Seed Shark. Not bad. Target artifact or creature loses all abilities. Have it pay 2 Okay, it's a
Let's
3/3.
broaden
Fair
your
enough.
existence.
Mill a card. Enduring Innocence. So, we are going to start by playing this. So I'm gonna 100% Fractured Identity. Do I do the Ice Till Explorer or do I do the Oko? I think it's the Oko.
I'm certain
We'll
you're
play
quite
this.
charmed to meet me.
Mind enters, gain a life. Draw a card and lose a life. On top there. When this creature dies, you may cast it again from your graveyard. So we're going to cast this. We're going to cast this. We are going to... Boom. Target artifact becomes a 3/3.
Surely you see the humor here.
The beginning. No tags. I'm realizing, should have taken his Virtue of Loyalty. Non-land permanent. I'm so bad at this game. I was distracted. My friend texted me about what the MSRP of Riftbound is, and so I was trying to respond to him like a good friend so that he could, look into it. Because like I said, I am pretty interested in the game. And now here we are. Now, mind you, we are going to be able to upheaval next turn.
Ooh, I feel so alive.
Which I want you to know we're not going to do. We're just going to do it, but... Okay, so... I've got 1 green. I've got 2 green. I think I'm playing... I think I'm playing Ice still, and I'm auto-paying. I'm playing a Trop. And then I'm playing a Llanowar. Choose cards to keep. Crab. Boom. 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 Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Wait, where's my hand? I've got 3. Discard them down. Okay, so we're 100% playing. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, we're gonna play Island, forest. Forcer. And then profs. So we've got now 6. And we've got a 2/2. One, two, three, four, five. Heck yeah, okay. So we're gonna then mill a card. Gain a life. I'm gonna counter this.
Pyrexia is the end of evolution.
One turn.
Pyrexia must be nurtured.
You got 7 cards left in the library, 7 cards in hand.
I never fight alone.
Alright. End turn. If they've got a wipe here, that's probably fine. Kind of surprised that they're playing this out. Good game. I'm like half worried I'm gonna mill myself out here. I probably should have just swung out. You gotta do the math, and I'm not doing the math because I'm not thinking too hard about it. I'm just like, big green creatures, let's play Magic the Gathering. I probably do need to think a little bit more. 2-1, but not bad. Ouroboros in the bottom there is a little annoying, I will say. Currently waiting. I'm curious. Will it pop or will it not? I mean, it 100% will. Like, let's be real. It's going to happen. But when is it going to happen is the question. And also, why? Why is it going to happen? I'm here for it. I mean, it has perfect mana. It has a bunch of turn 2 and turn 3 plays. Like, we're going to keep this. But, like, this is kind of a weird hand. Like, this is the most... It is what you make of it hand ever. We got a ton of random interaction. This is a sweet top-down view of a city. Guide of Souls is going to... is going to need to eat a virtue of persistence real quick. Not being on the place sucks. Next turn we can wreck Sage, kill Splitskin, or... Let's just play a Fanatic Aronos. He's gonna do something about it. No? Nothing? 3 mana? Nothing? I don't like that. Ooh, I don't like this. Okay, so... Okay. So it just got it. Okay. It's a little token creature. I don't have the double black. One, two, three, four. Returning. Do I want an Oko right now? Oko goes up to 6. They gotta attack with both. Does not do much. We probably want the ice still. Play a 3-2. Oof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, that's bad luck for me. Ooh, okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can get in for 4, and I can double block. I don't know that there is a way for me to win this game. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, two, three, 4. Discard a card. Destroy that. Discard this. Oh, I can't pay life. So good game. Yeah. They came out pretty strong. Flyers. We needed to have a little bit more early, and we did not. That was a pretty good game. I've played worse. But 2-2. I'd like to get a good trophy under my belt in Cube before this all goes away, you know? I've had some difficulty doing that. I mean, there's definitely been struggle. Opponent goes first. I will take it. What do we want to get? Birds. A Nissa. Let's get a Nissa. Turn. We're gonna play this. I'm gonna play this. It's worth noting they're actually scarily close to dying. Oh, that's a good one for him. Oh, target opponent reveals their hand, choose an artifact or creature. Gareth, you got it. And it gets exiled. That's annoying. You're not gonna keep your lightning greaves for whatever that hell you've got going on over there. They're doing something. Another Garga. One, two, three, four. Elder Gargoth is big. No attacks. Oof. We might be in a little bit of a rough spot here, guys. Drawing card. It's like, dang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At the beginning of my upkeep. No attacks. I think this might be able to eke out a win if I'm able to sit here with it on the battlefield for a couple of turns. There goes his graveyard. Feel the Dead sick. Ain't got nothing for virtue presence yet, but in turn. What you want from me? Oh. I'm so jealous. I'm jealous. Anytime anyone gets to play prime time, I'm like, you're playing Magic, man. That's where you want to be. Boom. Put charge counter on this. I'm doing it. I probably could have animated one of those and blocked the zombie, and that's something that I should have done. I'm just gonna create Phyrexian Horrors now.
Fight beside us.
No attacks. It's worth noting I only have one. Ooh. When this is destroy target permanent.
We will regrow.
Indestructible and Annihilator 4. I think... Ooh, okay. Well... I'm drawing a card there. So we're going to be able to play this. End turn. I don't think that there is much that gets me to win here except for milling into Craterhoof and being able to res it, or being able to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got me. The time warp with Ulamog out. Primeval Titan, Ulamog, ugh. Maybe I'm a curve behind and everyone's going all in on the green decks now, and I should be going much harder in on some like some big showy bomby deck. Let's think about it. Let's think about it, guys. But for now, thanks for joining me. A little bit of a quick one there, but I hope to see you in the next one and appreciate you guys sticking around. I'll talk to you then.